Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Becklin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Real chance! And he's straight offside. Perez does really well to win the ball there. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Now, what about a counter-attack? Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, certainly is a very exciting talent.
And the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Played in by Foden. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Biner. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, this looks sharp. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And here's Perez. Biner. And he's picked it up out wide. He is just caressing the ball. And it's Pedri. Now it's Biner. Morata.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Spain, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And here's Morata.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Le Normand. Kovacic. He's had it taken off him. He's looking wide. Pedri. Rodri. Foden proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Out towards the flank. Big chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Morata is onto it in a flash. Reinders.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Cleared away, nicked it back promptly. Foden absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Morata. Biner. Plays a sharp little ball here. Reinders. And it's Reinders. And Guardiol. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a great ball crossfield.
Foden. And it's Nunez. Now Stones. Reinders. Turns back here, probably the best option.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Reinders. Knocks it into space. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Has a look and plays it forward. Can he get it through? He's well positioned here. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Great chance! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Yamal with the short one. Yamal. Spain have a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Now it's Yamal. Yamal! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, that's nice. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And he cuts out the supply. Baina.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And it's half-time here. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Spain really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
That's a decent clearance. Foden was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Now it's Haaland. Rodri. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And he's had a hit! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Cambio de jugadores en España.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Morata, el dorsal 17. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 21, el dorsal 22, el dorsal 10. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And now a sudden chance to counter. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Pedri. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Goes down, but nothing given. So we've reached the hour mark. No way through. Now it's Doku. Now it's Haaland. Kovacic. Looking for the run. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Ferran Torres might just make this. Rodri. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Doku. Kovacic.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's been won straight back. Has a look up and drives it forward. Spain still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Oyarzabal tries to... He's got full! No, not the best of headers.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
We have
19
got changes here from
será
both sides, in
reemplazado
fact.
por el dorsal 11. Cambio de jugadores.
Spain will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, they've got it again. Bernardo Silva. Ferran Torres. He's had a shot! Sticks it away! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 20.
Spain making consecutive changes here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. He scores! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Oh no, this does not look good. Haaland's big header! And it's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And now he has two. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And here's Oyarzabal. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Spain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Nico Williams going full tilt down the left. Now this could be a chance. Good read, needed to be. Danger averted for now. Rodri cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And this is Marmouche. The cross. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Pedro Porro. Ferran Torres. 4 added minutes on the board. And that's it. Spain illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this fella, Donnarumma, is someone who's been catching our eyes ever since he made his top-flight debut at the age of 16. He's had to grow up very quickly because of that, and it shows in his positional awareness and consistency. And you've got to remember, his shot-stopping is second to none.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. That's a nicely weighted pass. Header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Haaland. Played into space. It's a promising position.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Reinders. And here's Haaland. That is good alertness. Semenyo proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that...
Can he finish? And he's done it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Now it's Haaland. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Reinders. And he's forced to go back. Looking to play him in. Now it's Semenyo. Chance to deliver. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger...
Chance! Sensational from Haaland! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they're at it again, in double quick time!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition.
And the shot! Goal! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And he's on his way! Oh, this is a great position. And smartly reclaimed. Distributed tidily. Reinders. Quality ball. Haaland chasing after it. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Haaland. He's on it. Can he get away? Swings it across. Guardiol. Semenyo! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Semenyo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. Ruben Dias. Oh, can he get onto this? Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Just 5 minutes left until the break. That's a little off target. And here's Foden. Tries to play it through. Haaland! Sticks it away! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
The less said about that pass, the better. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. So we reached the halfway point.
Well, who would have expected both teams going in level after that? Lots of drama, and Peter, please don't ask me to pick a winner.
Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. So we're into the second 45. Bernardo Silva. And it's Bernardo Silva. And it's Rodri. Great vision. He's goes for a shot! Oh, Waters, and another try! What a wonderful goal!
And now it's all about how they handle this from here. Edging ahead again in this second half is best followed up with a bold mindset, a bold approach. The skipper set the example. It's up to his teammates now to follow.
That is a super smooth goal. He's having a shot! They've done it! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take...
And the finish! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Reinders really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
This is their second corner of the game. And that has been knocked clear. Now it's Rodri. Oh, he's been caught napping. And that has been clubbed away. Rodri.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Doku. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game-changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Now it's Reinders. He has found the way through. Shoots! Off the post! And he's there to get it away.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Doku. Number
And here's
47,
Nunes.
Phil Foden. Coming on the field, number 42.
Foden caresses it.
Semenyo.
There's the header!
Number 20.
I think that's
Bernardo
offside.
Silva.
Yes, it is.
Substitution.
Now he's got space here. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Bernardo Silva. Can he get on the end of this? Nice sequence of passes, this. Marmouche with the cross. And it's hoisted clear. Some good work on the right flank here. There's the delivery.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Haaland. So what can they make of this? Kovacic. It's a searching pass. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Has a look and plays it forward. Now, can they get him away? Ah, that's a fine interception.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, good spread. Kovacic. Searching pass he's played there. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic. And he shoots! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
So, third corner of the game. And that should get the job done. So, their fourth corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Marmouche. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a good
Chance for a shot! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Substitution on the field. Number 4.
So, time for
Reinders.
changes on both
Number
sides,
7,
actually.
Omar
Having
Marmouche.
turned the game on its head,
Coming on
now
the
can
field,
they hold out?
Number 5.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still
Number
time for
44.
another, so we can't be too
Phillips.
presumptuous yet.
Substitution in progress.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He is through here. That has been knocked clear.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
It's Bernardo Silva. Oh, nice touch. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Gives it back. Chance, surely! And that's a simple one for the keeper. And that is that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
And
Haaland reflecting on a stellar performance and now taking home a permanent reminder for his mantelpiece. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And already we're underway here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva, he's a real box of tricks, Peter, with a super first touch and a really nice, silky smooth dribbling style. He's also got an eye for a telling pass, and he's a more than decent finisher too. What we don't usually comment on is his phenomenal work rate, and that will be a standout for this team over the course, I can assure you.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Haaland, Marmoush. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Bernardo Silva. And it's been given away. Chance for a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Haaland. Oh, well played. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Not the most accurate pass. Kusanov. Back in possession and ready to go again. And it's made its way to him. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. And it's Bernardo Silva. Rodri. And here's Haaland. Marmoush. Can he finish? There it is! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Haaland ploughing through the middle. Reinders did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now he's off and running. And that could set him on his way.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Doku. Bernardo Silva. Haaland. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And here's Marmoush. Tries to play it through. Good read, needed to be. Doku. Doku goes on a charge down the left. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Yep, it's a corner. Doku getting this one clear. It's their second corner of the game. That is a brilliant interception. chosen to go back. That's a delicate pass. Bullish header! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
A temporary retreat here. Ake. Here's Doku. Bernardo Silva. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Thinks one through, chips it through. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And here's Bernardo Silva. He's having a shot! Cleared without complication. Rodri. And here's Marmoush. That's tidy. Played out wide. And he's in on goal. Marmoush! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Marmoush simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
So, third corner of the game.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Bernardo Silva. Coming on to replace him is number 47.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Substitution in progress.
Doku. Searching pass is played there. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Still just a single goal between the sides.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And here's Marmoush. Great vision. Marmoush.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Out of play for a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Doku. Coming on the field
Sabinho fired
42,
deep towards the back post.
Semenyo. Substitutions
Well,
taking
that's
place.
certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Marmoush does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Oh, he's bustling through here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Semenyo.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Foden. Foden. Good pressure, determined, intense. Oh, it's played into the area. Ruben Dias with the clearance.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Oh, that's nice. This might spell danger. Now, he's got space here, and he was alert to it. He's played it long, and they can counter here. Marmouche. Now it's Haaland. Savinho. Here's Rodri. Haaland, who's set up one goal so far. He's on it, can he get away?
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And this is Marmouche. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Substitution on the field. Number 4.
So, time for changes
Reinders.
on both sides, actually.
Coming on to replace him is number 14, Nico Gonzalez.
It's a throw-in.
Substitution.
Rodri. And here's Marmouche. Nice physical challenge. And it's Rodri. Marmouche. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Donnarumma gets it away. Oh, good-looking ball. Matheus Nunes. Very much into the last knockings. And Guardiola. Out towards the flank. Savinho. Nice interception, well timed.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. And he's going to have his name taken.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
We are into stoppage time.
It was hopeful to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense.